Welcome to the video tutorial of the fifth part modeling assignment. In this modeling assignment, we have to create the part as shown in the figure. First of all, we'll create this base part. Now you can see from this point up to this point, the distance given is 67. Then there is a radius here of 19 for this circular arc. Similarly, there is a circular arc of radius 13 here. So what we'll do is we'll create a rectangular part up to this point, then create a circular arc, another circular arc, and then draw a tangent line to these two circular arcs. And then we'll use the symmetry to create the two circular arcs on this side. So let us begin. Again, select the extrude tool and specify the datum plane. So we'll select the top plane. Here we have to use the symmetry. So create a horizontal symmetry line. This distance, total distance along this direction is 88. So we'll create a rectangle which is symmetric as shown by the two arrows, and then specify this distance as 88. We've said that we are going to draw a part only up to this point. So this much distance will be 67 minus 26. So let us specify this distance as 67 minus 26, which will be 41. Next, we have to locate the center point. The center point is located from this line in this direction at a distance 67. So we'll create a center line or reference line at a distance 67. From this point to this distance is 67. There is a circular arc starting from this point of radius 13. So the center point of this arc would be this. If you draw a line, it would be, you can see along this line, this is the center point, and since the radius is 13, so this distance would also be 13. Similarly, this distance or the distance between this point and this point will also be 13. So to draw this, we will select this center and ends arc, circular arc. We'll select this point randomly. This is the starting point, and let us say this is the end point. Now the radius is 13. Similarly, this circular arc has a radius of 19 or a diameter of 38. So specify the diameter 38, and we know that this line connecting this circular arc and this circular arc is a tangent line. So drawing a tangent line between these two circular arcs. So we've got the tangent line. Now we can delete the segments. And since it is symmetric, we can create this symmetry by using the mirror tool. And we can say done. Let us extrude. So we have created the geometry by selecting the top plane for extrude. Let us select the direction of extrude in downward direction. The thickness provided is 10 mm. From this point onwards up to the base surface, the thickness is 10 mm. So let us specify this thickness as 10 mm and say done. Next, there is a hole here. The diameter of the hole is 10. The distance between this point up to the center point of hole along this direction is 31. Similarly, the two holes are at a distance 50 mm apart along the center line. They are symmetric, and similarly the total distance is 18. So the distance between this center point and this line, it would be 88 minus 50 divided by 2. So 88 minus 50 is 38 and divided by 2 is 19. So we can do it by selecting the hole tool. I'll select this. I'll specify this distance. So this distance, as we've calculated, is 19, and this distance, which is given in the diagram, is 31. So specify this as 31. The diameter is 10 mm and it's a through hole. So let us select to create a hole up to the specified surface or a point and say done. We want an exactly similar hole on this side also. So we'll select this hole. So it is highlighted. We will select this mirror tool and we will select this reference plane and we'll say done. So with this we have created this base part. Now to move ahead, we have to create this part here. So to create this part, what we can do is, you can see from this surface and the distance between this surface and this surface provided is 40. So what we can do is, we can create a sketch of this shape in a datum plane which is located from top plane at a distance 40. So to create this datum plane, we'll say datum, select this plane and then specify the distance, that is 40, and say OK. Now to create the sketch to be extruded. So again, select extrude, select placement, select define, and then select this datum plane and say sketch. So this line can be drawn by using the use tool. So select use and draw this line. So you can see a line with using this reference of the existing part. We have created this line in our new datum plane. Say OK. We'll go back to the sketch orientation. OK. Then this distance is 13. So what we can do is, we can use the offset tool here. Select this line and specify the distance as 13. Say OK. Now to join the two corner points, and similarly these two corner points. Next, we have to locate this center point. The distance between this center point and this line is 19. So we'll draw a reference line and specify the distance between these two lines as 19. The outer circle is of radius 19, that is diameter 38. So create a circle and specify the diameter 38. Then there are circular arcs between this circle and this line of radius 6. So specify or create circular arcs. Select this circle and select this line and specify the radius 6. Again, select the circle and select this line and specify the radius 6. Then using delete segments, we will remove this. And similarly, there is an internal circle which represents the hole feature. The radius of this internal hole or diameter is 19. So creating a circle of diameter 19. parallel to this line there is another line which is at a distance, which is shown by this, that is distance between this line and this line along this direction is 3. So we'll again use the offset tool, select this line and specify the distance -3 because it is opposite to the arrow direction. Then this distance from this point to this point is 38. So specifying that distance by using a line, what we'll do is we'll create a line, we'll create a center line, we'll use the mirror tool and create the mirror image of this line, delete these segments, and we know the distance is 38. So specify the distance 38 and also delete the internal segments. So the section is closed. We can extrude this, say opposite direction, and specify up to the base surface using this, that is extrude to the selected surface. Select this surface and say done. There is also a radius of or a fillet, circular fillet, which is of radius 3. So this can be done by using the round tool. Select round tool, specify the radius 3 and press the control button. Select this edge and again by keeping pressing the control button select this edge. So it will create only one set here and say done. Next, the remaining feature, this rib-like structure. So it can be created by again creating this rectangle or triangular section. So this distance is 20, this distance is 30, this distance is 3, that is this distance is 13 plus 3, 16, and the remaining distance would be 4. So to create this, again select extrude, go to placement, define, and select this plane. Select sketch. To locate the corner point, go to sketch, references, select this top surface and select this front surface. Say OK, close. This distance, total distance from this point to this point or up to this surface is 67, but it is connected here, which is 3 mm ahead of this surface for which distance is given. So from this surface to this point, the distance is 67 minus 3, that is 64. So create a line from this point with a distance 64. Also create this line, which is of distance 4, and join these 2 points. So now we'll extrude them. Say done. Now we want to extrude them in both directions. So select this on both sides of the sketch plane. Specify the thickness 10 mm and say done. So this is the part which was shown as per the dimensions. Thank you.